I would suggest is the best way to learn is uh, each and everyone should have a diary, Then what you should be doing is every time you put a trade, then you just write it down. Then when it's making money, so at least you jot it down, so at least you know why it's making money, what are the things you followed, and when it's losing money, what happens. So you have a proper in written. So once a week you go through it, then you will be surprised. What will happen is there will be some patterns in you. So what will happen is, like you tend to every time, you every trade. What I would suggest is you write whether when it's making money, what you did, when it's break even, what you did, when it's when the loss, what you did. So when you do this, there will be a pattern on your trading uh, 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 progress. So from there, you can sit down, you can analyze, and you can tighten, and more or less, and from there you learn. In fact, that's what I used to do. And everywhere, I have a big diary, and whatever I do, and anything I find out something new, I write it down so that it will be easier. Because sometimes, because as humans, what will happen is this, like as I said, always keep saying this emotions, and the emotions will always be coming in with us. And what will happen is every now and then, you tend to make the same mistake without your knowledge, and that is what we call ignorance. So you need to get out from it in order for you to be successful, and in order for you to be progressing. Okay, just to just a quick one. Okay, trading managers expectation. Okay, what we are going to do. Okay, let's start the session. Okay, what I'm going to do is let's do the trade. Let's do a post-mortem. Okay, post-mortem in the sense the trade we have taken, how it happened. Then that's just a 1-2 minutes. Then after that, then we look for some live trades. Okay, let me change the screen. Okay. In fact, see what happened today. See, that's also another thing I want to share with you. I do not know how many of you have keyed in the trade and how many of you have managed to get it. See, in fact, we took this. No, this one is out. Scalping. Okay, let me change the. Okay, I didn't know. The Canadian dollars filled, is it? So, is the order filled? Is still, oh, okay. I didn't know that. Okay, I think now we are making money on this. Okay, I never realized. Okay. Anyway, okay, let's talk about the one who's done. Then okay, we have one order filled. Okay, I think now it's making money, I presume. Okay. Then why it doesn't allow to go next page? Yeah. In fact, this one, this yeah.
Raju,
Hello. Yeah.
it's looking at a table, right?
Ah.
I see a lot of time lapse, meaning to say that a lot of signal given out actually will not be did not got filled up, right?
See. Okay. Okay. How we do things? Okay. I'll just let you know. Just a quick one. See. I always say the price against the time. Okay. These two are the critical component to get it in order for you to be successful. Always remember, when time and price intersect, change is expected or change is to happen. Just like like I'm just saying, like we had the webinar. So of course the webinar is the place, that's the price. Then time is at, we are meeting at this particular time, so this meeting is taking place and we are able to progress. On the same manner, when you look at uh, this sorry, someone, Lakshman, can you put your mic on mute, please? Yeah, thank you. So now what is happening is, so when the time, what we do is, our system is we try to capture the best opportunity. So sometimes we go with the time against the price. So what happens is, sometimes when it says times lapse, what it means is, in simple terms, the order is not filled, and as a result the order has been cancelled. And our system is, when you key into the brokerage, it will be cancelled. See, not to worry. See, as we go on, we would be progressing, because now we are going, stage one is right now. I know you have the trouble of keying in the orders, monitoring and all these things, but I want you to do this because I want you to understand how we work. As time goes on, okay, don't worry. For those of you who are trading with us, we will hook you up into social trading, and what will happen is, whatever the order we key in, it will automatically capture into your account, and after that you are going to manage. That will be done eventually. So we'll go stage by stage, because I want you to understand how we do things. That's why I'm going, very slow and steady. Now, what will happen is, sometimes, see, even this today, see what happened was, in fact, the Euro Aussie, I think we also entered the trade. I mean, it was filled in our side, and we took a profit also. This is the 55 pips which we made on our live trading. Because, see, as I said, whatever we do, when we give the signals, we also take our trade on our own. So then we know whether the order is filled or not filled. Everything, we are being very transparent and very crystal clear. So the reason why this happens is, okay, as I told you, this platform, that means the signals we are giving you, and the trading platform you are using is individual. That means it is not related, or because what will happen is, different brokerage will have a different spread. So when I say spread, that means your bid and ask price. That means your buying and selling price. So sometimes what will happen is, your order get filled in your brokerage, and your signals, it may not tell you the message. Sometimes the order is filled here, and your brokerage may not get filled, vice versa. But all this problem is, that's why you have to monitor, and there is no permanent solution for this. This is somehow rather, this problem we have to carry on with it. Okay, now let's look at one by one. This Euro Kiwi, just a quick one. Euro Kiwi, then we'll talk about Canada, then we'll go into the live. Okay, now Euro New Zealand. I think we were in this trade. Okay, I think this part of the trade. In fact, we bought somewhere here. Yeah, we bought somewhere here. Then we exited here. I think that was I would say this was a perfect call. That means we bought it at the low, and we try to exit before the top is seen. And right now the price has moved down. So this was a perfect call. Okay, now next one is, right now let's look at our working order. The Canadian dollars, I don't know whether the profit is taken. Okay, our profit is 14040. Okay, we shorted at 14105, and the stop has already been revised and is taken take profit at 14040. So what is expected from you? What is expected from you as a trade managers is, you have to manage the trade. So that is the most critical component, and that what dictates in order for you to be successful, whether you're making more money or whether you're losing money or not. Of course, we have a entry, exit, and stop loss. That is in the event if you're not able to sit in front of the screen. Okay, we put in, at least the system is, someone is there to manage risk control, manage the trade, and what will happen is, you would be you'll be taken care, but of course you have to see how many trades is filled and all these things. So as a trade manager, what you should do is, see, the moment once it, in fact, we shorted at 141.05. Okay, it's somewhere here, and after that it didn't go up much. I think this trade was also a perfect call, and after that it came down. So now what you have to do as a trade manager is you have to control your risk. That is what is expected from you, nothing else. See, we'll give you the signals, everything. We'll feed you, and we'll guide you in everything. So what you are supposed to do is you have to manage the risk. So what you got to do is, right now, in fact, the market is coming down, okay, and you try to put a stop loss, lower your stop loss. In the event the market moves back or not, at least you make some money. So what you got to do right now is your stop loss, you got to revise up to somewhere here, which is 14080. Okay, let's do that. So at least whoever uh, is in the trade, okay, you got to revise your stop. Excuse me. Okay, you will be getting an alert saying that it's been revised, and this price will change. The once you get a message, this will change. So now, in fact, it's changed. So it says gray color, and we have revised the price. Okay, now what you got to do next is to look for a whether signals whether this market has got a tendency to hit our target, or whether it's going to move higher. See, right now it's below the moving average. Price is all moving down. So I think we are still well off to get that another 10 pips, because right now if you close at 50, but if you wait another some time, you give some time, you might make another 10 more pips. 10 more pips is 0.1%. So one day, one trade, you save about 0.1%. Then you might you hold on, just maybe I think we will put a tight stop lah. Maybe we put at 65 rather than 80. So at least we just, sorry, my apologies on this. I think I don't want to lose this money, because end of the week, so I'm just revising it to 65. So at least I save another 15 pips on this trade. So this is what is expected from you, and you got to manage the trade. So if you are able to do that consistently without emotions, then we would invest on you, and you can do your own trading. Okay, so now this is what so far so good. Okay, now let's go for live trading. Okay, right now the market that is moved or has been moving is pound is moving higher. Canadian dollars is dollar CAD is moving lower. New Zealand dollar is moving higher. So these are the three currencies that we can trade. So to know how this, okay, all you got to do is go to this cross. Then you see the strongest and weakest. So in fact, excuse me, Canadian dollars, this is the strongest right now. Aussie is second. New Zealand dollar is third. Pound is fourth. So it goes in that order. So our rule is very simple. When you see, go by the number. One is the best to trade, and also by the color. Okay, when you see one red, that means we got to sell this currency. Two green, that means you got to buy this. That means you got to buy Aussie US. You got to buy New Zealand US, and you got to buy pound US. Okay, on the other hand, on the right, when you look at Canadian, okay, one. So can you bring your your cursor to that Canadian, okay, it will tell you which are the best cross to trade on this. So right now, the system is telling you only you got to sell Canadian against US, and that's the only cross you can trade now, which we are already into the trade, and we are already into the trade, so we don't have to bother about this. So now let's look at the second one, which is Aussie. So when you look at Aussie on the right, so he's saying Euro Aussie is one. That means you can sell Euro Aussie, you can buy Aussie Sing, and the third one is you can buy Aussie US. So these are the signals, and you see that the signals keep changing because it's all moving due to live prices. It's all moving due to live prices, and as a result, that's the most tricky part. Sometimes you have a signal, then before you go into and look for decision, then the market keep changing. So that is the difficult part. That will come as we go on. on experience will come in. So let's do Aussie. So we'll try to do Euro Aussie and Aussie US. Okay, now after you do this, the next thing you need to know, see, we have already decided that what currency we are going to trade now. So the next step is we also decided whether to buy or sell. That is also the system will tell you. We are going to sell Euro Aussie, we are going to buy Aussie US. So the next thing we need to find out is where uh, where to buy, where to put a stop, and where to give a sell. This information we would be giving you. So we would be giving you, okay, you can just, if you have the login system, you can just verify and you can do it. So right now, okay, we will give you Euro Aussie. Okay, Euro Aussie, let me double check on the system. Okay, it's sell, sell, sell. Okay, let's see. Okay, right now the market is trading at 70.75. So we would want to sell. Our system is telling us to sell somewhere near 71.05 or 71.15. Then our take profit should be around 70.60. Okay, let me double check with the chart. Okay, so now if you look at Euro Aussie, it's the market has already come down. We got to exit before 70. Yeah, we got to exit before 70 and 70.25. Okay, I think the system price is correct. So we got to sell somewhere 71.10. 71.10 and exit at 70.50. Okay. What I will do is this is a since this is a live call. Okay, what we are going to do is we are going to sell Euro Aussie. Yeah. Okay, right now it's trading at 170.79. So what we are going to do is we are going to do a limit sell. Okay, limit sell, and we want to sell at 171.10, and our stop loss is 71.50, and our take profit is 70.65. So our risk reward is we are risking about 40 pips, and our reward is about 45 pips. 1:1. So the expiry is, this is for scalping. So the expiry time is we want to exit before, in fact, 9 o'clock. Okay, just put it because it's just a tight trade. So what we have done is, so this one, when I say time, it will tell you what is the time you need to key in onto the platform. So what you got to do is 16, and you can just put in these orders. So you can just key in these orders, and you just have to wait for the order to do. I think I'm getting the message that the Canadian dollars, I think it moved up, I think. So it says trade stopped out. So I think we closed at 65. So you see what we can do. You see. So what we can do, see all this, when you open the system, you can do concurrently, you can do many things. That means, see, the system will tell you that this trade is closed. You can concentrate on the trade. You can manage the trade. And in the long run, you should be able to do at least, I would say, easily manage about 5 to 7 trades at one go. So all you have to do is just balance, and you just have to do. See, like just now I did the thing. So at least I saved. So I made 40 pips on this trade, and the thing is closed. Suvin, did you revise on our end?
It's closed already.
It's closed already. Yeah. Okay. Thanks. Okay. Now let's do. Let's do one more Aussie. Aussie, we are looking to buy. Okay, the system says we got to go for a buy, and okay, the buying level is, I'm looking at around 63.35. Okay, and the take profit should be around 63.65 or 64.15. Okay, so I'm giving another order, Aussie US. Right now it's 53. So what we are going to do is, again, this is going to be a scalping trade, because the reason being is because it's end of the week, the last trading day of the week, so there is no data. So all these factors has to take into consideration. So then we put a stop loss at 63.10 or 63.05. Okay, take profit. I want to exit before 80. So probably I want to exit at 63.75. Again, expiry is also until 9 o'clock. So this, we take these two trades. So the next trade is, we will try to do a New Zealand. Okay, New Zealand is also, we are looking for a buy. So we want to buy at 59.85 to 90. Okay, let me double check. Yeah, 59.90, and top is at 59.60, 65. Take profit at 60.25. Okay, this is the third trade. Limit buy 59.90. Stop at 59.60. 30 pips, and 60.25. 35 pips. So I'm getting 1:1. So as long as 1:1 or anything above that, I think we can still go for the trade, and we can still trade this. So like this, like as I said, this is just a sample, and these are the things You sit in front of the screen 1 hour. You can get I would say minimum, at least about 10-20 trades easily. We can put in the trade. And I think the other day one of the person was asking, why is it you do not take in market orders, and why is it you want to enter at a specific level? Okay, the reason is because, see, like as I said, you have to treat this as a business. So you got to just like when you do business, your procurement must be the best. So that means, you try to buy as low as possible, as cheap as possible. So when you hit the market, what will happen is, chances are you are paying a higher price for the product. And when you want to sell back to the customer, see, like right now, see, my target for kiwi is only 60.25. So if I buy at market now is trading at 60.10. So that means I will be only making 15 pips. Then my risk would be 60, it's about 50 pips. So my risk is 50.50, and my take profit is only 1.5. So it's not worth taking. So that's the reason why we don't take. I mean, we do take market orders, but that would be only on momentum trading. And especially we feel that we don't want to miss the opportunity. We want to take a trade. We try to do it as market. Other than that, we don't do market on most of the time. Okay.
பண்ணணுமா சார்?
Sorry.
ஆர்டர்லாம் புக் வைக்கணுமா சார்?
Yeah, you can key in the orders. You can key in the orders. You can all key in the orders. This is all our live trading. You can key in the orders and you manage. For those of you who are already working, okay, you can key in the orders. I mean, we are not doing this for fun. This is all real money. All these are real opportunity. So
நீ ஆர்டர் அதுல வரும்னு வெயிட் பண்ண.
Sorry. Well, like as I said, this is the live trading. Okay, this is live trading. This.
Okay, sir.
Listen. This is everyone can come in. So everyone can come in. So this is live trading. You all can key in this trade. Okay. So any other questions or any other? Hello.
சார் இன்னொரு 1 செகண்ட் ஒரு இந்த ஆர்டர் ஒரு
Can you all speak English, because okay, hello.
ஹலோ
Yeah.
சார் இந்த ஆர்டர் ஒரு தடவை சொல்லிட்டீங்க நல்லா இருக்கும் சார்.
Hello.
சார் இந்த ஆர்டர் ஒரு தடவை சொல்லிட்டீங்கன்னா நல்லா இருக்கும் சார்.
Okay, you can see the order is there. Okay, you just key in the orders. I've said it's very clear on this. Can you all see my screen?
மொபைல்ல பாக்குறதுனால கிளியர் இல்ல. ஓகே 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 ஓகே. I will see
yeah, you see the screen. So you just see, because we are doing in mobile, then there's nothing much I can do on my end, So you just take a screenshot, then you just key in the orders.
Okay, right, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Any other questions? Because see, this is live trading. So if you ask some questions, then it will be benefiting for all those others who are new. So at least they can also understand and learn from this. Do you all want to discuss on any market also? I can discuss. Yeah, you go ahead. Yeah.
You here, sir, when you take the trade, let's say on Friday, you're taking the trade on Friday evening. Is it good to run the trade till the Monday or Tuesday, or you need to exit before the market ends on?
It all depends on the type of trade. See, what is special about our system is, okay, we clearly define what kind of signal we are doing. So this is a scalping. So scalping means we expect the market to close the trade before the market close. Okay, if you have doing other things like day trading or swing trading, then you can afford to hold the trade overnight and hold it. And also it also depends on your price target. See, sometimes, you know, when we give a 150 pips target, 200 pips target, then it's worth, you have to give time for the market to work its way out. So what you got to do is, it all depends on the type of trade. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. The question from PK is entry level, stop level, exit level. Instruction will be given by precise trader. Yes, we are giving you the signals. Okay. All you have to do is, like as I said, all you have to do is you just have to follow the signals, and after that you just key in the orders, then you can manage the trade on your own. So this is up to you to decide. That goes on individual personalities. That means some people, they might want to close early, like just now Canadian dollars we decided to close, so you may want to wait until that target is reached. So it's all individual. So it's up to you to decide how you want to do your money management, your risk reward, and all this. Is up to you to decide. Okay. Any other question? Yeah.
You have showing us like Excel sheet. We will be receiving
Sorry.
the order.
Okay. This live trading is Excel sheet. Okay. This live trading is Excel sheet because I got to also monitor the trades. So other than live trading, you would be getting from our website. That means you'll be getting the signals on normal market times. So usually this live trading, because see, because we are doing so many things, so we are also trading. So sometimes, we can't afford to key in the trade when we have no one to manage the trade, or when we have more one to look after the trade. See, end of the day, that is this is a critical component. Just like, you uh, you are just you are sitting inside the plane without the pilot. So the pilot has to be there in order for you to manage the trade in the event something goes wrong. So this live trading only, that's why I'm showing in Excel. But other than that, the normal conditions, you should be able to get it on our website. All the signals, you should be able to get it.
Sir, understood about the signals. What about placing the orders? The same way, what you have to follow the same way, like you have to put the trade in the Excel sheet, or right? See, giving in manual, it may lead us to put in our trouble, because if instead of putting 5990, put 7990, it's like kind of a. My question.
Okay.
Need to follow the same thing that what you are providing as an Excel sheet that I need to provide, or something you'll be providing a different.
No. This Excel sheet, this is for live trading. Okay. Now you log into our website. When you register, you should be getting the signals for free for first 2 weeks. Then after that is a paid subscription. So all you have to do is, like as I told you earlier on, this is the initial stage you need to key in. But as we go on over the time, once you understood everything, why you're doing all these things, then there is such a thing called social trading. So what you can do is you can just do a copy, it's just a Xerox machine, It's like you can just copy our trades. Whatever trades we key in, it will go into your account. Then after that, you can manage it. You get what I mean? So that will save you a lot of time and effort. Okay, that is as we go on, we would be providing you that service.
Fine, thank you.
Okay, yeah. Okay, the question is from Mohan Babu. For trading, do we need to use any specific app, or it's in your portal itself? See, trading, you can have your account in any brokerage. That is up to you. Okay, wherever you want. Of course, you want to use our system. Of course, we only provide for proprietary trading. That means we are in-house trading. So we don't have it for the public, but unless if you are working for us, then of course we will provide you our platform. So that's not an issue. Okay. Any? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Any other?
One more thing. Yes.
Yeah.
In these three data you have entered now, sir. Now you put it out as a time expiry time by 6:30 like that. So which means if by India time before 6:30, if it's the value is not reached, then our whatever the entry that we get, it will lapse. That's it. So it will not go into the trade after the 6:30, right, sir?
Correct. See, what will happen is the reason why we are doing it is one day we can generate between 50 to 80 signals or even 100 signals. So see, just imagine when you key in all the orders, then you just imagine, you got to go and cancel it manually, it's very tedious. So that's why we put an expiry time. What will happen is the system will automatically cancel in the event the order is not filled. Right? So that makes things easier. In fact, some of my customers, what they do is they don't wait. They don't key in all the orders. See, what they do is they play a bit smarter in the sense. What they do is they only key in the orders after the order is filled. That means once you get a message that order is filled, then they go into key in that orders. But the advantage of that, advantage and disadvantage is sometimes you might get a better rate than what the order is filled, or sometimes you don't get the order better rate, because once the price is filled, then let's assume it's just reversed, then you may not be getting the best price you wanted. Yeah. Yeah. Any?
Sir, and one more thing, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, now we okay, based on your prediction, now you are mentioning, recommending, okay, we can buy or sell like that. Okay. So unfortunately, now I assume that I have put it as a buy, and entry level is 6335 and the stop limit is 6305 like that. If suddenly after I entered in the market, if suddenly the trend is going in the opposite direction, which means on the loss side, so is it possible for me to change that as stop loss, like instead of 6305, can I put as a 6310 when the market is running that time?
Yeah, you see, that is all. See, you must understand. See, the reason is, see, the fixed component, the stop loss and take profit are fixed component. Okay. So we are putting a stop loss. Always remember, when we put a stop loss, you must put a stop loss a place where you don't get the price get filled, because you don't want to lose money. And on the other hand, you need to put a take profit to the level where you book the profit, not the price don't reach. So we have reason for everything, we have a reason, because we have been in the industry, more than 20 over years. So we have a reason behind why we are doing this. So you must play the game. So that means, for instance, let's assume you decide to enter at 16310. Your stop loss you should not put at 6310, because what will happen in the event if the market comes down, then you may tend to lose the thing unnecessarily, unless if the price really moves up, then you see a indication on the chart saying that it's going to go higher, then you can do that. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
So because we need to be very cautious. Sometimes the market, maybe from 6335, it will come down, but again, in a moment, it will go up. Right, sir?
Yeah, see, what is happening is majority of the people who are coming into this industry, they are losing money is because of, first thing is ignorance, meaning they don't understand when to enter, when to put stop loss, when to take profit. So that is one of the main reason. Another reason is they don't understand the price language. I think I clearly mentioned on the seminar that you need to understand the price language, you need to understand the price action, then only you can You can consistently see. Remember, this is a business we are proposing, and this is the a business you want to see. When you do a business, you have to do it in such a way that you don't gamble and you don't. It has to be. There must be some consistency. So we have a reason for why we are doing all this. We having a reason. We are in the industry. Okay, you just wait. I mean, you guys, because right now we are just going to the public, but just wait and see. Maybe down the road you would see a lot of things from us, and for sure, you can make money, by following the rules and applying what we have taught. Okay. Any other questions, Daryl?
Raju,
Yeah.
always feel and you taking profit or scalping, do you re-enter again?
Okay. See, when you say when you after your trade is taken profit, okay, after the trade is taken profit, you don't do a re-entry again. You have to wait for a signal from us, because you see this business is like, I can't remember, I used to okay, I don't know whether you have played the game bricks. Last time, we used to play the game bricks, like there is a ball, it goes and keep on hitting in a brick, then it break open. You remember that game? See, the market is similar to that. So that means once it breaks and goes past, you don't do a re-entry unless we have a valid reason, So you have to be very careful. I mean, if let's say you missed an opportunity, let's see that there are people who are doing this. That means what happens is, see what we give in a price, we give an entry, exit, stop loss, and we have already taken profit. So there will be some guys who have missed that entry. That means they didn't key in the order. So what they do is, when the price come back again, then they do a re-entry. That shouldn't be done, because unless you are aware that the market is in a range, that is of course, if you get a signals from us, then you do. Otherwise, you don't do that, because then chances are you may lose unnecessarily. Once the trade is closed, or once the trade is stopped out, you just have to forget about it, then move forward on to the next trade. Of course, we will be giving you a re-entry. Is again, when you give, then you can follow it.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. Any other question, Lucy? You have any questions, Lucy? Just Simon, so I hope you all are just for those of you who have already attended our workshop. Okay, I hope you all have been practicing, because if you have any questions, I know you can always refer to Suvin and Siva. But keep doing it, and as you go on, once you are covered, it's just like, see, this is just like driving. See, initially, before you get your license, of course, you are very cautious. You follow the instructor's the teaching, and make sure. But as we go on, once you get the license, once you have been driving for many years, I think you will be doing a lot of circus, by just by driving one hand using the mobile phone. Even some, you also, I've seen people who eat and drive. So in the same manner, you have to you have to be very cautious. You understand, once you have a comfort zone, then you would really enjoy, and you will enjoy what we are trying to teach and what we are trying to explain. The question is there any fixed timing for the signals? Okay, usually for scalping day swing, you should be getting, there is a fixed time to get the signals. But for momentum is a ad hoc trading. So sometimes you'll get, whenever the market is moving, you'll be getting. So most of the time is fixed, but sometimes, when the market gives an opportunity, I think we have to grab it and we have to use it. So as a full-time trader, as a professional trader, you must be available to take an entry and trade whenever there is an opportunity.
So one more question.
Okay, this Lucy, okay, I say I'm okay so far, but yesterday many orders fulfilled and did not monitor closely, so made some. See, that's the problem. See, like as I said, if you want to become a trade manager, okay, you have to monitor the trade. Sometimes, the trade straight away turns in our favor. You have to have your risk control. Sometimes, your profit can be a loss. So that is all beyond. Like just now, that uh, Euro New Zealand.
One more question.
Euro New Zealand. See, what happened was we have already taken the profit. So I think we took the profit somewhere here. If let's say you didn't do, or if let's say the price target did not reach, then what will happen is, you would have get stopped out or you would have lost money. So initially you would be making money, but as a result, you have not been monitoring or you have not been responding, then definitely it will happen. So that's the reason why we are hunting for good trade managers, because we are we have almost like an every day, we generate between 50 to 80 signals. So we need proper trade managers. So our company has got huge vacancy. So we can recruit even 40, 50 people, that's not a problem. But it's just that whether uh, the criteria we are expecting, whether is it with you or whether you are able to fulfill. Okay.
Question.
Yeah. Any more questions? Yeah, you can just see this is a discussion, so it's you can ask as many questions as possible. No problem.
In a,
So if we want to do trading, usually we would use the precise trader or precise forex web page.
See, like as I said, for our if you are working for us, then you use our platform. If you're not working for us, you can open your account with any brokers. There are, if you you go into our website, Precise Trader, we have some affiliates or some partnership with some brokers. So the best thing is you open an account with them through us. That means you have to get the link through us. Then you open the account, you fund the account. Then we will be giving one of the signals for free. That means you don't have to pay us any subscription. We won't be giving all the signals, but we'll be giving one of the signals. Then you can trade. Then you can come in for this live trading session. You can ask questions. You can. That's one of the way you can learn and you can progress yourself. So, but if you are really good, you want to work for us, that means we don't mind investing on you. That means we invest, we give you the platform, then we go on a salary plus commission or plus only commission. It all depends on how you perform and how you do things.
can you hear me, sir? I have one more
Yeah.
question. Yeah. Okay. Actually, I'm from a different time zone. Like I'm from UAE. Okay.
From where? Sorry.
UAE.
UAE, right?
Actually, my question is.
You, so you are based in Dubai. Hello.
Yes. Yeah, you
Okay.
are.
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
Question is, my time zone is different. That and Singapore time zone is totally different. Then when you are releasing the signal, it will be night time or something like that.
See, when I give the signals, I think we give Singapore time morning about 8:30. 8:30. I think your time is about 4:30.
So in that case,
Yeah.
should the moment I receive the signal, do I need to enter the trade, or when I get into, when I go into before office or something like that, do I need to capture it or something? Otherwise,
see what I can give you suggestion is, because now because of this COVID-19, we are working from home and all these things. We have a lot of restrictions and limitations. That's why we are not able to do that much. So once this thing ends, then we would definitely would be giving. So maybe that you would be for you to idle is, the second time belt. We will. There is one signals we generate around 17 hours Singapore time. So 17 hours is your time is minus 4, which is 13, 1 o'clock. So that you can concentrate on that trade. And we may also planning to give one more signals somewhere towards 23 hours. 23 hours is probably your time is about 19:07. So that will also be idle. Maybe you're back from work. Okay, so that will be idle. But all this we have to wait for this COVID situation finish. Then can give you a permanent solution for that. But for the time being, the only thing I can suggest to you is just follow what you have, just to learn the system, to appreciate what we are doing. Then once it's everything through, then you can start making money.
okay. Thank you.
Okay. Any any other questions, or how about the others? If you have any questions or anything, please feel free.
Yeah, sir, I have one more question.
Yeah.
When we so to get the signal, so we need to register in a website, right? Beside PT website, need to register it first, right?
Yeah, precise trader, you got to register. Yeah.
Okay, so then you'll be started getting through email or in the website itself.
You will be getting a free signals for 2 weeks. Okay, you will be getting 2 weeks, and this signals is through email and also in our website. Like just now I showed you the screen, right?
Yes.
So this screen, once you log in into our system, so this screen will be coming to you. So you'll be getting all the signals here. Like you go to signals, whatever signals we give, you should be getting it then and then. So it will also there is a sound system. It will tell you an alert whenever there is a signal is coming. All this, so is all be there. So slowly we will try to improve on it. In fact, the only thing is, as we go on, then probably you can get into social trading. Even if you have an MT4 account, you can link to our account, and that will be another way to option. The other option to for you to prevent from. You don't have to individually key in the orders. You can just copy from our platform.
Okay.
Yeah. So that is that will be done. All this. That's why I said right now this COVID-19, everything is stagnant. So we will try to give you all the links and all. So definitely you can it's much more easier for you to manage. Okay. Okay. The next question is FX is 24 hours market. Any suggestion to enter market? Is more traffic or more people trades on? See, there is no. See, this is something like there is no fixed guidance which time frame or which time that is got more volume. Usually, the market sentiment is it goes around the clock. Okay, this is just like a wind blowing. So there is no such thing as like one direction. You always get the wind blowing. So it all depends on the season. So sometimes you get from the volume, big volume or big movement in Asian time. Sometimes you get during Europe. Sometimes you get in US. So it's always. But the only thing you must understand is the day begins with New Zealand and the day ends with US. So, but there are specific time that gives high volume and high opportunity. So that times all we can give you, but there is no fixed saying that this during this time. Of course, there is if you want to have a big movement, then the best thing is you trade on the news. So the news trading is something you can always expect something like a roller coaster. Okay. Okay. There's another question, private. Say if you become your trading manager, do we work at your office? it all depends on your performance and your uh, 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 delivery of our expectance. So if you're really good, you would think definitely you can work, you can become our main. See, it all depends. See, this is a huge opportunity, That means when you say, when I'm making you a trade manager, I give you to manage funds starting from 5,000 US account. So it can go up to even $1 million, million US. So it all depends on your performance and your commitment and your delivery. So that is up to you to prove first. So then we can always do when we are good and when you're making money, then why not? So definitely everyone's motive is to make money consistently and become rich. Okay, could you please move to Excel? Let us see any trade is completed. Okay, this Excel is uh, no, nothing is completed, but I can just show you. Where is Excel? So none of the orders is filled. So right now is 70, 80. We are selling at 71.10, 63.55. We are trying to buy at 35, and this is another 20 pips away. But it's all moving in the right direction. And always remember, is Friday and Monday morning. These two time frame are very tricky session to trade, because that is end of the week. Then Monday is the beginning of the week. So sometimes something will happen over the weekend. That beginning of the week you might get a shock in the market. So it's very, very tricky and very difficult to trade between these two time frames. So the one you have to be very careful. See, you can ask any questions related to trading, and we are very well versed on uh, uh, almost 70, 80 instruments. So there is not many. I don't think there is many company that is doing to this extent. See, what you can see is so we trade on all this. So we have a big that means currencies, about 40, 44 currencies. Then we trade on index futures, commodities, then all those soft commodities. So we do a lot of things. So I don't think, like as I said, I don't think there are many people doing this. Okay. Any more question?
Raju,
Yes.
okay, when we are monitoring our trade, so
Finally, I hear your voice, but I don't see your name.
I don't know,
It's
Kathy,
different name.
no?
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead, Kati. Yeah.
Yeah. When we are monitoring our trades, the way I look at it, I spend a lot more time looking at the 1 minute chart than other charts.
See, now initially you might find it a bit difficult, like as I told you early on. This is just like drive. See, first year when you take your license, you are very stern with your steering. You just still very focused. You follow whatever the instructors teach you and everything. So the same manner. So as you go on, you will be able to appreciate and understand what we are trying to tell you. But initially, what I need you to do is use what give you a guidance. And of course, when the market starts to move in our favor, try to raise or reduce the stop losses. So when you do that, then that would be the best way to learn and gain confidence. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Have I answered your question?
Yeah, in a way. Yeah, because
Okay.
me myself, I do, toggle between the different time chart and when I'm in the trade. So, I spend a lot more time on 1 minute chart.
Yeah, see, I'll tell you one good example. If you have only one trade that is filled,
Mm-hmm.
okay, then you have nothing to do. You can just monitor that one trade. So this all comes from experience. That's what I want you to get tuned to the system and learn from it. So if let's say you have 5 trades filled up, then definitely when you manage that 5 trades, then you have no time. All you have to do is when you see one of the market is moving up, then you just your job is just to revise the stop for that. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So you need to have this experience. So you would be learning as you go on. Right now, I believe you all are doing in a demo account. You try to get, and that's why I want you all to have a proper diary. Just write it down. What are the problems you're having? Then you see every time, even when you come for the live trading session, if you have a diary and proper recording, you can just throw all the questions at me. You can and you can also tell me, hey, this on this day I took this trade and this is what happened and this is what I did. All this. So that's how we learn as a group. You get what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's what I want you to do, and you gain that experience and gain the confidence. And please, 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 please. I say I'm putting so many please because please don't fall into that trap of that emotions.
Mm-hmm.
And believe me, you are bound to happen it. That I can also challenge you. But please don't fall in, because what happens is, every time when we give you, it becomes very easy money. It becomes like an easy money. It's just like you're printing your own money. So definitely you are bound to fall into that trap. So in fact, I've been like, it took for me 10 years for me to get out of that trap, and sometimes, it just comes on and off goes, see, just like, 1 week you trade, like, let's assume, you take 4 days, you make good money. Let's say I make 10,000. So what will happen is one fine day, we already made 10,000. Okay, we can afford to fight. And as a result, you may break the rule of not putting the stop loss or what. And what will happen is whatever the 10,000 you made might get just wiped out on that single trade. You get what I mean? So all this are bound to happen. And I'm just telling you again and again, don't ever try it and don't ever fall into that trap.
Yeah.
Yeah. You definitely, you all will make through lah. I'm very positive, especially ladies. You all should be able to do a good job. Okay, and let's do it, and let's work together and and do it. Yeah.
But I feel safer at the end of the day. I close my position, take my profit.
No, you can have, like as I said, there is no perfect rule or perfect guidance. So you can have your own, but whatever is it, try to write it down. So then, when you write it down, there are a lot of reasons for me to tell you. Even next time when you want to pass this down to the next generation, so you can just pass the thing. You can tell them, because this is something I always believe that this can go on for generation to generation. So it will be easier and easier for you to train them and also guide them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sir,
Yep.
one question.
Yeah.
Is there any minimum amount for a trade? For a trade, if I wanted to enter, is there any? Sir?
Okay. See, okay, what we are doing is called margin trading. Okay, and usually what happens is, any brokerage, you open an account, usually they give you 50 times, 100 times, and some even get 500 times. Please don't fall into the trap. See, when you say 500 times, that means you put in $1,000, you can trade times 500. That means 500,000 worth of contract. So all this, see, the more the leverage they give you, the more dangerous it is and the more risky it is. Okay, I'm telling you why. Because it's just like, the more they give, it's just like you are driving a F1 car on the traffic. So what will happen is, for sure, you are bound to end up with an accident, and for sure you're going to lose the money. So what we have done is, we have been doing many years research and we have done many years of study, and what we practice is, we practice 1:1. The most is 1:2, not more than that. That means what I'm trying to say is you put in account $10,000. Okay, when you, per trade, you don't trade 10,000 contract, or worst scenario is 20,000. You don't overdo it. The biggest culprit is, like as I told you, is emotions, and we have every reason for doing what we are doing, why we are doing all this. We have a strong reason behind. Just like, it's like I'm just giving you, let's say you are going to bet on, let's say, a football game. I'm just saying, if I tell you to bet on a football game, okay, of course, one of the team is going to win. But the problem is, if I tell you, we bet on a football game and just bet $50. Okay, just imagine how would your emotion be on that time. And the same game, if I ask you to bet $10,000, how would your emotions be? So the moment opponent's team scores, you will get a heart attack if you bet $10,000. So that is what this emotion is all about. So if you are able to control your emotions, and if you are able to do your money management properly, for sure you can be successful, and for sure you can win this battle. And many people, they don't understand this, and many people, they come into this thinking that this is a lottery, and they just come and they can just become an overnight millionaire, which is wrong, and that is not the right way to do this.
If I become a PT manager,
Sorry?
if I become a PT manager, whatever the trades I'm trading it, would you be able to monitor or control by from your end?
No, see, I'm not going to see. I can see your trades, but I would not be able to control, because end of the day is, because when I assign you as a trade manager, uh, you are going to take the responsibility, not I take the responsibility on behalf of you. Then you don't call yourself as a manager. You get what I mean? So you are going to manage my trade. So that means you are going to take the responsibility, and for every decisions you are taken, you are going to be answerable, and you are going to be answerable. So that's why we call it a trade managers.
Thank you. Let's say you are funding me like 5,000, okay, and then you are giving signals, okay. So you will tell us like 1,000 you funded on this trade and this currency, and then such an instruction will be.
No. See, we can give you a guidance, and we can give you a guideline. We don't have time to go and each and talk about individual clients. Okay, like you see, today I'm just saying, I'm telling you, today we see participants, we see number 22. That means there are only 22 participants. You just take my word, down the road, maybe another 3 months or 6 months, this might go in triple digit or even 4 digit. Okay, I won't be surprised, because the way which I do things, the way where the world is heading, okay, I strongly believe there is a lot of people are going to look for opportunities, and they're going to come to us. So I'm very positive on that. So we don't have time to do individual. As a group, we can give you an answer, we can give you a solution. All this, end of the day, is you all are going to manage on your own. Okay. Okay, now, the question, how much we invested in this markets in Excel, what would be the P&L, this getting filled? Okay, we will work. See, our guideline, I can tell you, is on average we are generating right now, because we have a lot of sometimes we don't have time to monitor the trade and all these things. So, but on average we will do about between 5 to 10% a month. But actually, if you manage the trade properly, consistently, we should be able to make between 20 to 30% a month usually. And I don't think there is any other business in this industry that is giving that kind of returns consistently. So you got to tune yourself to do that, and you have to train yourself to achieve that goal. Which time frame do we have to focus on? When you say which time frame, means what time frame are you asking, Lucy? So usually it's 1 minute. The most is you just try to play with a different time frame. 1 minute, 5 minutes, 15 minutes. I think this 15 minutes, this 3 time frame is good enough for you to have the total view of the market or the direction where the market is heading. So this 3 times should be enough. Okay, don't. Of course, you need to go on a higher time frame if you really want to go on a higher price target. And also, please, I do have people who, when they put a stop loss, whenever the market is trying to approach their stop loss, what they do is they try to lower, or raise it. See, that is all a bad behavior. That is all emotions. That all. Also, please don't fall into the trap. I mean, we have a stop loss is just to protect our capital. So you have it, make sure you use it, and if it gets stopped out, you try to do a re-entry again. So you re-entry means you might get a better level of entry, or excuse me, you might get a slightly worse level entry. But overall, you should be sticking to the direction and try to make money. Okay.
There's one question here. Today we have got one trade euro pound, and when after entering stop loss and take profit, I see that the estimated stop loss, the estimated amount is greater than my take profit amount.
Which signal was it?
Euro pound.
No, I know. Which signal? Is it scalping, day, momentum? Which
Scalping.
Scalping, is it? Did I give? I don't think I've given euro pound. Hold on.
Yeah, it's
Oh, this one. Is this on?
Which one? At 87.
Hold on. I'm which screen I'm sharing? Hold on. Which screen are you all able to see first?
I'm at the scalp.
CQG page.
CQG, is it?
CQG table.
Oh, table. Okay. Thanks. Sorry. Because I have about 8 screens. So just bear with me. Sorry. Okay. Okay. Thanks.
Your entry is at 87.
No, you're talking about this signal, right?
Which one?
This one.
Yeah. This one. 8735.
Yeah, correct. So we are trying to sell at 87.35. Okay. And we have stop loss is 87.85 is about 50 pips risk.
Yes.
And our reward is about 40 pips.
Yeah.
Okay. See, the thing is, okay, the reason why we want to do, sometimes what we do is we want to go into the trade. We feel sometimes we have, but you see, you must have some guidance 1:1. Okay. The guidance should be, but we are quite close. It should be okay. But as long as you don't do the other way around, that means your risk is 50 pips and your reward is only 10 pips, 20 pips. That is wrong. So it's 40, 45, 50 within that, close to, as long as it's more than 80% of the things we should be. But when we generate the signals, we are very careful, so not to worry on that.
So looking about 30 to 50 pips, right?
Yeah, we do. See, one day, I'm just telling you a simple calculation, 30 to 50 pips. One day, let's say we are fortunate, we get about 10 trades. Okay, that means 30 pips, we make 10 trades is 300 pips, which is 3% return within one day. That means you put in 10,000, you make a profit of 3%, which is $300. So if you do that, 10,000, 3%, and if you are able to do it consistently, let's assume it's 10 days or 15 days, then you get like 15 days, 3% is within 1 month you make about 40-45%. That's a lot of money.
Okay.
But in reality, I'm not saying you won't be able to do it. You can do it, but in reality, you don't get that kind of opportunity every month. Maybe you might get once in a year or twice in a year. That means 1 month or 2 months in a year. There will be sometimes, just like you are just imagine you are going for a fishing in the ocean. So sometimes you get a big fish, which is a bonus to you. Sometimes you may not be able to get it. So but you have to keep going. So that's the best thing. And you got to first thing is we need to have a belief. Then you need to all this whatever we are saying you need to follow. Then you should be able to be on the safe side, and you should be able to move forward.
Okay, can I conclude? I want to be very sure that I understand you. So, when you go into the trade, the amount of pip that you want to set for your stop loss and your take profit should be equal, or the stop loss should be more in terms of the number of pips.
No, the stop loss usually will not be more than 10. See, usually we try to make 1:1 close to, not more than that.
Yeah.
In fact, you see, this euro pound, if you notice, excuse me, just give me 1 minute. See, I remember, I think I gave it on see, swing trading. Can you see my swing trading?
Yeah.
See, the problem with this, I'll tell you where is the problem. See, in fact, we have a limit buy at 85.40. Okay. Now, the market is trading at euro pound. Let me show you where it's trading. Sorry, yeah. Okay. Right now it's trading at 87. So this one, you see the expiry is I'm giving until end of next week, So the expiry one, you got to take note. So until end of next week. So that means anywhere before end. See, I'll show you the chart. So if you look at euro pound, I am okay, this is a euro pound. So you see this. See, this is a huge drop. See, in terms of dollar value, it's been a huge drop. So we are expecting the price to come down. Okay, right now, okay, we come down here and turn up, So we are very sure that this is going to go high. But the question is where to buy, that's $1 million question. Whether to buy here, anywhere. Then the next question you can ask me is what is the guarantee that whether the price is going to reach there or not? So all these questions is running in your mind, and as an analyst, it's very difficult to give you a perfect answer. So that's why we try to do it is a probability game. So what we are looking at is we are planning to buy this, but anywhere, but we are right now, the only clue we have right now is we have not seen the low yet. But the positive thing is the low is going to happen anywhere before next week. So these are the two answers I have. So I can tell you.
How do you determine that it happened before next week?
See, I've been in the industry for 25 years, so I do lots
of
of
course,
things.
of course. For us,
So,
we don't know.
so that is comes from experience. That is based on our system, what we have done, and all these things. That's why we are called as professionals, and that's the reason. So in fact, I think the gold, I don't know you recall or not. I think when it was trading around Sing dollar, I told you all, I think about 54. When it was trading at 54, I remember I told you all, put some money on gold. I'm expecting at least about 70, 75. And in fact, it went to a high of $80, This is against Sing. I don't know whether you recall or not.
I remember you asked us to go into gold.
So I've been, if you put in, we would have made a fortune now. So it's like, in fact, that was a perfect call. In fact, anyway, so only end of the week, I think we can afford to discuss lah. Just give me one. It's end of the week, so at least we can. In fact, this one doesn't show. Huh?
Today's one I didn't put it up.
Yeah, maybe you have to make some archives,
Yeah, it doesn't archive. Yeah, we have to put it in the archive.
Yeah, okay. See, Outlook, Oops. See, 2nd January. In fact, our Outlook, this one was we said on 2nd January, we mentioned this, was a king of forex traders. This was up and this, and we expect the bulls to push higher at that time, and we are expecting to go beyond 1920 an ounce or even 2160. So we were saying that in January. Now is March, and January, the gold was trading at I don't know what was the price. November. Okay, January, yeah. So it was trading here around December. See, can you see this? It was trading at about 1,500, So 1,500, and right now this is where we are here. So this is something. I mean, it was a very good call, which we did, and in fact, a lot of customers benefited from it. And I don't know. So let's wait for another opportunity, lah. Then maybe next time I'll tell you. Then you all can park your money there. Okay. Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay. Any other questions before we end the session? I think today was quite good. At least we had some discussion. Okay.
One last question, Raju.
Yeah.
Example, let's say I have already put a stop loss in the trade and I know my risk is say $300. Will it happen in such a way that the market crash and then it actually shoot through my stop loss and then I end up losing more than 300, say 3,000 or 5,000?
Yeah.
Will it happen in that way?
Will it happen? Is that?
Yeah, will it happen in that
Okay.
way?
As far as
Even with the stop loss.
as far as our platform is concerned, this is what you call it a slippage, So sometimes it does happen. Okay. Just like again, I give you an example. You drive your car. Okay, let's say you're going on a 100-kilometer speed. So let's say you jam the brake. The vehicle doesn't straight away stop at the place where you jam your brake. Usually it goes further than a bit than where you try to stop. So the same manner, we call it in Forex, we call it a slippage. Okay, I'll show you one incident. I'll show you. You will be very scared on this. I think it's Euro Swiss. I know a lot of clients, they went bust on this trade. Okay, I'll show you this Euro Swiss. Okay, can you look at this? Can you see this?
Yeah.
Can you see this? You just imagine from 120, this happened on January 12th, 2015. and you just bought 100,000. Let's say you just buy one lot. Your loss would have been about 350,000. You believe it or not? And this happened.
The stop loss is also useless, right?
See, there are two types of stop losses. You see, now our system stop loss is just a stop loss. So what will happen is when the market goes, you may not get stopped out on a specific level, but you may get filled further. But your loss, like what you said, like $3,000, it may get filled, and you would lose $3,000. But there is such a thing. There is some brokerage they call stop limit. That means you are limiting your stop loss. You get what I mean? So that means you put a limit. That means there is only so much I want to lose on that trade. That means let's say you fix it $300. So you tell the brokerage, tell that, hey, I'm not prepared to take more than $300 loss. So I want to maximum. I want to lose is only $300. There is such a function. So what will happen is when you key in that, then you are in big trouble. So what will happen is, unless that if let's say there was a gap and it goes beyond your $300, whatever the loss, you have to accept it. So it does happen. Okay, it does happen, and it has happened. So you got to be back. But our platform is there's only stop order. So that means you are bound to lose. Instead of $300, you may, this kind of scenario, you may lose maybe $1,000 or $3,000, but whatever is it, but you would still lose that money. So there's nothing much we can help on this.
Okay, understand.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, I hope it was. Yeah. Anyone wants to ask any question?
No.
Okay, fine. Okay, thank you. I think it was a very entertaining and useful session. So hope to see this kind of session again, again and again. So at least you all learn as a group, and there will be a lot of information I'll be passing around. Like see all this, like I'll show you all these examples. So all this you may not be aware. So I've seen a lot of crises and a lot of ups and downs in my life. So all this you'll be learning. And one request is please, if you have any of your friends who are interested, please refer them to us. So then I definitely I want to see this group getting bigger and bigger. And we are doing a lot of advertisement now, even on Google and all these things. So I'm very positive that this group will go very big, as once everyone hear about us. Yeah, but till then, again, one more request is please stay safe and stay home, and also take care of all your family members. And like as I said, this one nobody knows what is going to happen. But the only thing we have to is just pray for everyone, and make sure that we also stay safe. Okay. Then enjoy your weekend, and look to see you again. Okay. Look forward to see you again. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Bye.
Okay. Bye.